When the Yankees defeated the Dodgers in the first two games of the 1955 World Series, it looked as if Brooklyn had failed again to win the title. New York had won all five of its World Series battles with the Dodgers between 1941 and 1953. Johnny Podres got the start for Brooklyn in Game 3, and he came through with an outstanding effort, a complete game in which he allowed just 2 earned runs, and the Dodgers claimed their first victory in the series. The Dodgers also won Games 4 and 5, but the Yankees came back to even it in Game 6. The home teams had won all the games in the series. Padres went to the mound for Game 7 at Yankee Stadium. And later, I had a chance to chat with Johnny.
Johnny, talk to me about Game 7 of the 55 World Series. What was going through your mind that day as you got to the ballpark?
Well, I know one thing. Duke Snider tells a story that in 1955, coming over on the bus to Yankee Stadium, Duke tells everybody that I said, get me 1 run, and that's all I'll need today because I'll shut them out. But I don't think I ever said that. I don't ever remember saying that. But anyway, it was one of those things coming to Yankee Stadium. You know, I had a little confidence in myself because we'd won the 3rd game, and I pitched that 8-3. We won it. And Walter Olson told me that if there was going to be a 7th game, I was going to be his pitcher. So going over to Yankee Stadium, you know, Ross, when you come off a season, win 9 and lose 10, there's not too many people expect you to beat the New York Yankees, especially after the Dodgers tried so many times. You know, they're going to get me. You know, I was lucky beating them. The Dodgers got 8 runs. But as it turned out, Sandy Ambrose made that great catch. So that was a whole key in the ball game.
Did you think that ball was gone when Yogi hit it?
Well, no, I didn't think it was gone. Actually, I thought it was going to be an easy out. But I thought Sandy was playing him more straight away, you know, because the shadows at Yankee Stadium at that time, and I was still throwing the ball real good. And when he did hit the ball, I picked up the rosin bag. I said, well, that's an out. And I kept looking, the ball kept slicing. I said, Sandy, you better get on your horse, buddy. And he just made a great catch, and Pee Wee turned it around into the double play, and that was a turning point in the whole series.
What about with 2 out in the 9th inning? The Dodgers so close to their first ever world championship in Brooklyn.
You know, I know in the 8th inning I was in trouble again. You know, I was in trouble a few times in that game, but in the 8th inning when Hank Bauer with men on 2nd and 3rd, I struck him out. It seemed like everybody in Yankee Stadium was standing up, and I remember saying to myself coming off the mound that day, there's no way I can let this game get away from me. And, you know, with 2 outs, and then now coming to 3rd out, Nelson Howard's a hitter. And I remember trying to strike him out to try to finish that game off, and he kept getting on the fastball. So now I remembered about Pee Wee, never winning a World Series and all the tries that he made. And I said, well, a changeup's a good pitch to have a ground ball to the shortstop. So that's exactly what I threw, and Pee Wee got the last out.
Johnny, you threw the changeup as well as anybody in the game. We talked about this in Vero Beach. The kids today just don't know how to throw it.
Well, the kids, the whole key with a changeup, you know, you can hold it a lot of different grips, but whatever grip that feels good to you is what you got to use. But the whole key with throwing a changeup is arm speed. You know, you got to throw that ball. You got to make that hitter feel that you're going to strike him out with a fastball. And that's the whole key to having a great changeup. You got to come at that hitter where if you got a hitter 2 strikes and you want to throw a fastball by him or a man on 3rd base, and he knows that you're going to throw that fastball, well, that's the effect that you got to give that hitter to use a changeup, the old arm speed. If you don't have that, then you're not going to have a good changeup.
Johnny Podres, with 2 complete game victories, was named the most valuable player in the 1955 World Series. It was the only title Brooklyn won in 67 seasons.